Hey Valley Middle, welcome back to another math video. Tonight we're going to be looking at solving division equations. Before we do that, let's take a quick look at our trivia question for the day. How many times can you fold over or fold a single piece of paper? Now, there's some debate on this one, and you are all going to be bugging me, showing me different things, and most of you are going to be wrong. Even though if you've got a steamroller, you could be right. I got some kid in the background going, my dad works for Ames Construction. I'm going to rent a steamroller. Oh, great. Now I'm in trouble for that, too. All right, here we go. Tonight, officially, 3.3a, I can solve division equations using the inverse operations. Let's do this thing. Let's start with this question similar to yesterday's, except for today, we've got the operation of division. X divided by 3 equals 15. So the first thing we're going to have you do is we're going to have you rewrite this original problem as a fraction. We always want it written out as a fraction. So this is x divided by 3 equals 15. Well, the operation here is division. That's why we call it a division equation. We solve this using the opposite operation. So instead of divide by 3, we multiply 3 on this side and on the other side, of course, to balance it out. Well, 3 divided by 3 is 1. We end up with x equals 45 here. So these 3's just cross out, and I'll show you that in just a minute here. All right. Let's take a look at another one here. Our vocabulary word of the day is division equation. That is an equation where division is the operation. We'll take a little closer look here. Here's this r divided by 4 equals 3. Well, we know the answer is going to be 12 because 12 divided by 4 is 3. But first thing we write is a fraction. R divided by 4 equals 3. And then these 4's are going to cross off when we multiply by 4 on both sides. If you want to think about it this way, we can write this as a 1 here and make this a fraction, 4 over 1. And here you can more clearly see that the 4's are going to cross off and the 1's are going to cross off. Here, let me write it a different way. We have 4 over 1 times 1 over 4 r. You're going to say, that's not the same thing. I'm going to put a little time sign in the middle here. Yes, it actually is the same. R divided by this 4 is the same as 1/4 r. So the 1's cross off and the 4's cross off. If you still don't understand that, think about it this way. If we multiply it across, 4 times 1 would give us 4. 1 times 4 would give us 4. 4 divided by 4 gives us 1r, or another way of saying 1r is just saying this is just r. So this is how this isolation process works. Take a look at it again here. I've got it over on this side here. I got to throw an extra 4 in. I can see there's 1 missing. But if you think about this, it looks kind of complicated, this side here. But this is really what we're looking for here. You rewrite the equation. You multiply both sides by 4. You cross off the 4's. And on this side, when you multiply it 3 times 4, you get r equals 12. You can substitute this back in. 12 divided by 4 does equal 3. Your check works. Everything works out okay. So this here will be the required steps right here. I put these additional bars in here to kind of break up the steps between this is what you might see on the quiz, this is how you rewrite it, and this is the actual work. But in reality, we just work right from this rewritten equation here. I'd like you to go ahead and take a look at one more time here. W divided by 6 equals 5. Well, we know the answer is going to be 30 because 30 divided by 6 equals 5. That's not what's important here. I know you can multiply these together and get 30. But again, I need you to trust that it's about the process, not about the answer. So I've rewritten this out here. W divided by 6 equals 5. And let's just get our marker out here. We can do the cross-offs. Well, these 6's cross off. We have 1 in the numerator and 1 in the denominator. Notice how high this one is. We're left with W isolated here, and 5 times 6 equals 30, just like we wanted to do. All right, I'm going to ask you to work a couple of problems just like that. Go ahead and solve this division equation. And while you're solving it, I'll change the color. All right, let's see how you did. All right, rewrote it. W divided by 3 is 2. We rewrote it as a fraction. And we've got multiplying by 3 on both sides here. Let's just show this cross off. These guys will cross off. Or if you want to, you can cross them off like this with one big line. You've isolated this W down here. You got W equals 6. Again, here's the shorter version. Here's kind of the way, this is kind of the way I do the problem. I've got it rewritten, and I work right from the problem. I don't rewrite it each time. And I think that's totally acceptable. Check out your answer. 6 divided by 3 is 2. All right, let's take a look at another one of these pause problems here. Notice this one, t divided by 8 equals 4. I wrote it with a division symbol. I still want you to turn that around in this pause problem and write it as a fraction. So go ahead and do that, write it as a fraction. All right, go ahead and go through the steps. All righty then. Let's see. Whoa. Wrote it as a fraction, t divided by 8 equals 4. I'm going to multiply both sides by 8. Those 8s will cross off. We've isolated it down to t equals 32. Again, here's the shorter way. Here's it just written, and you work right from the rewrite. Isolate that out. T equals 32. Down here, 32 divided by 8 is 4. We are good to go. I've got another pause problem, but I think 2 is enough for you tonight. All right, let's get to the ticket to the show problem. Here's these 2 problems. Please rewrite these as using a fraction bar, and then I'll go ahead and give you a second to copy these down. All right, the answer to the trivia question. How many times can you fold over a single piece of paper? 6. 6. Yes. No piece of paper, I'm sorry, 7. No piece of paper can be folded more than 7 times. But 6 is pretty tough to even get 6. If you go more than 7 times, I know they did it on Mythbusters, but I think they had a steamroller and, I mean, a huge, gigantic piece of paper the size of a parachute. It's incredibly difficult to do 6. 7 is amazing. According to this video, you can't do it more than 7 times unless you have a steamroller. All right, take care. Thanks a lot for listening. Have fun trying to fold this over. You'll see what I'm saying. Take care. Peace.